Hi, thanks for joining. I'm Tom Hedgeman, and this is A Compass for the Ways Word of the Day live broadcast. Live broadcast. I am the church. I am the church, and my life is my ministry.
Hi, in 2 Corinthians 5:18 it says, "And all things are of God, who hath reconciled us to himself by Jesus Christ, and hath given to us the ministry of reconciliation." It goes on to say, "And hath committed unto us the word of reconciliation." So this word of reconciliation was committed unto us, and Jesus Christ gave us this ministry of reconciliation. The Hebrew word for reconciliation is calf, CHAPH, and it means to cover, pure, and innocent. And we know that the ministry of reconciliation is the life of Christ and the death of Christ, reconciling us back unto the Father. He covered us with his blood. He was the pure and innocent lamb um, that gave his life for the sins of the entire world. This is the ministry of reconciliation that we go out and preachers and teachers go out giving to the world and people saying, hey, give your life to Christ, reconcile back unto God. That's the ministry of reconciliation. This word of reconciliation that he committed unto us is quite different. It's not always us as children of God, as Christians in the world, being reconciled unto God. He wants us to reconcile with one another. Oh yeah. Yeah, we always like to think it's easy when it becomes a fantasy and a fairy tale and a dream. Oh, reconcile back unto God, reconcile back unto a being, an entity I've never seen before. Although he say, when you do this to the poor, you do it unto me. When he say you can see him in the trees and in the earth, and you can see his glory there. But we ain't going into all of that. But it's easy to ask for forgiveness and reconcile to God through Jesus Christ because he's already done the hard work. When it comes to us doing the hard work, it now takes on a different sort of level of burden. It takes on a whole different level of work. This word of reconciliation that Christ has committed unto us is for us to be reconciled with each other. That's why he says, bless those who despitefully use you. He says, bless your enemies. He wants you and I to understand that it's not just to the Father, but it's to humanity. For transgressions that come up against us, he don't want us to sit around and carry these burdens with one another, but he wants us to love one another. That is why that is the ultimate command. This the commandment I give you, to love one another. John 13:34. Reconcile with one another, forgive one another. And listen, I'm not giving this word as a perfect being walking around making it right with everybody. That does not happen. Is in Hebrews, I'll tell you why. In Hebrews, where is it? Hebrews chapter 5, verse 2 and 3. Listen to what it says. He says, who can have compassion on the ignorant and on them that are out of the way? For that he himself also is compassed with infirmity. Meaning the people you look unto, like your pastor, your bishop, your priest, or whoever it is, they themselves also are compassed with infirmity. They themselves, to offer up your sins, they have to offer up their own to God as well. Reconciliation. It's what Christ did. He took on the sins of the world, offered himself as a living sacrifice for you and me. That's the ministry that we go out and tell people of Christ for us to be reconciled with God. But what about the word of reconciliation? That's why when you go out and you tell your testimony, whether it's in a church, whether it's on the side of a road, whether it's in an office building, whether it's with a confidant and friend, when you go out and tell your testimony and your story, you find out that so many people now connect with you because you have used your own infirmity to reconcile someone else and to heal someone else. That's what this whole word of reconciliation means, and it is. I don't know who is going around thinking someone is perfect. You know your pastor ain't perfect. You know the Pope and the priest ain't perfect. As a matter of fact, those are the ones who have offer up their sins as well with yours. Those are the ones who carry on the heavier burden, compassed about with more infirmity. Paul said it. Paul said, I've done more of all of this than any of you. I've persecuted the way. I've persecuted followers of Christ. And now I'm telling you about Christ. This word of reconciliation is the most important thing when we reconcile to our lives back to Christ. It's finding ways to use your life as your ministry. It's finding ways to use your life as a testimony to help someone else. I don't know where we at now in this country where we're shutting people out, we're dropping people off. We're so at odds with one another that there is no word of reconciliation. There is none. Christ has given us this ministry of reconciliation, and he has committed unto us this word of reconciliation. This word of reconciliation is forgiveness. This word of reconciliation is love. Thank you guys for joining. Always know that I love you. God bless.